Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. Well, it may look like an info commercial, but we're talking about Harley-Davidson products and addressing your leather vinyl needs. A lot of you have saddlebags. Everybody has a seat on their motorcycle, and you need to take care of that as well as your painted parts. So we're going to talk today about vinyl, leather protection, and restoring some of this stuff. Some of you are purchasing used motorcycles and you want to restore your seat or possibly even seal it a little bit better from the rain. So we've got Paul, our detailing specialist, here to go through the products and the process on how to restore or how to keep your leather vinyl products up to where you would like to see them every day. So Paul, we've got a couple of things already shown. You took some time and took an old seat and applied the products of Harley-Davidson, and there's a visual difference. Yeah, if I bought this motorcycle with this and this turned out, I'd be very, very proud. And then we've got an old touring seat that we're going to address an area to go through the process of it. Now, we've got Harley-Davidson products, and the main reason we've got Harley-Davidson products is because they were designed for Harley. Yes, you can buy other products, but they're designed for other types of materials. And Harley-Davidson makes sure that their products always works, they're biodegradable, and they work with the Harley-Davidson product. You don't have to be scared of going, will this scratch something? Will this work? Will this leave a deposit? So that's why we have this out here. So let's start from the very beginning. We got an old seat here. Where do we start, Paul?
Well, first step is always to clean it.
Clean it. All right, so what do we use for cleaning?
Well, we've got mild soapy water here and just a clean microfiber rag. There's no need to really make a huge mess out of it. You get a whole bucket and everything.
Okay.
And just wipe it off. Get a little bit of soap on there. And you really want to get the mildew and dirt stains out of it first, because anything that you coat with oil is just going to cake on there and make a mud, and stain's not going to go away. It'll show up again later. So the better you clean it, that's like your prep work for anything else.
So take the time and clean and get as much of the mildew and everything else, that road grime.
And in some cases where you've got something like maybe paint that's stuck in there, you can use a baseball glove oil, and over time, some cases that can lift it out of the material for you, because what you don't want to do on any of these is scratch it at all. That'll never heal, it'll never go away. You can't just cover it up with any of these products that we have.
Okay, so be gentle, but be thorough.
If you have a stain or something like that, try to lift it out and be patient. Soak it up with some glove oil or something like that, and it'll actually lift it up out of the material rather than try to scratch it off.
Okay, so we want to clean this area really well. What about the stitching area? Can you just kind of be a little aggressive? Can you use a toothbrush or some type of brush to get into the little crack areas?
Toothbrush might be pretty good, yeah, gentle. You want to use something that's comparable to fitting on a shop vac. The bristles that they used to get, that's what they're really good for, is vacuuming and getting in the little dirt out of the stitches and little spots like that.
Okay. All right, so we've got a clean area. What's next?
Next step, we're going to use some of our saddlebag trim and seat cleaner. I just like to take the top off so I can soak a little bit in the rag. Made a mess there, no big deal. And just kind of, the thinner products soak in a little better. That's why you want to use something that's thinner first, because when the material gets dried out over time, it's going to soak it up better if you don't cake it up.
When you're working on your seat on vinyl leather products, does temperature make a difference?
Yes, sir. It's just like skin or anything else. We can get out in the sun, the pores open up, and you sit some of this out in the sun. If it's warm enough to, it'll get a little bit thinner and work its way in a little better if you need it to.
Okay, so we used what product now after we put this in? We used the cleaner?
After the vinyl cleaner, yes, sir, you want to use the protector.
What about if my black is faded a little bit? Is there a product that we can use to bring out the black?
Got the Harley black cleaner right there in the Rejuvenator.
Black leather Rejuvenator, okay.
It's really similar to the trim and plastic Rejuvenator that we have. It
kind of reminds me of old black shoe polish.
It's pretty close, yeah. You can use that too.
Boy, that is bringing out the color a little bit better.
It has a little bit of a red dye in it, which seems to work really well with black.
Man, what a difference we've already got.
With this particular product, you want to make sure that you get all the excess off, because if you get on the bike with, say, some light colored pants afterwards, you might find yourself doing some difficult extra laundry.
That's like me wearing white socks with a black shoe that was just polished. All of a sudden I got black on my white socks.
Exactly.
So take your time and rub and rub and rub until you don't see any black on your cloth anymore.
You want to go in a couple different directions, because when you got the grain there.
Oh, so there is against the grain and with the grain?
There's circles, you know, make a couple letters, whatever kind of pattern is just not the same over and over.
Okay. All right, so now we've cleaned it with soap and water. Then we used the Harley-Davidson Saddlebag cleaner. Then we used the black Rejuvenator, and boy, that really brought out the color. Now, to finish it, we can use the sealer, a leather product.
The leather conditioner, it pretty much does the same thing. It's just clear. And it's a little thicker. You can get it into your stitches. That'll kind of help water from seeping in over time, so you don't get a waterlogged seat. It won't fix it if you've already got it, if it's that bad, but it's good for keeping the stitches and the material around it from cracking and expanding, and that's where you really get the water soaking in over time. So I like to get a little bit in there and then work it out the best I can.
So leather and vinyl is almost like your skin. Your skin gets really dry during the cold weather and out in the sun in the summertime, and so you're rejuvenating, putting oil in it. But the prep is really important, because you don't want to rub in dirt and rub in grime and oil. That would be harder to get out. Now, how often should you do this process?
It depends on where you keep your bike, how you ride it.
Okay, if you have your bike outside all the time and it's not inside a garage, you would do this more often, maybe once a month?
Yes, sir, or a couple weeks, yeah.
Okay, once a month. Do this process to keep it all clean. Wow, what a difference we've got here on the two. Yeah, I would be very proud if I came out to the bike and was able to sit on this versus sit on something like this. And this can be done on any of the products?
Yes, sir.
Of Harley-Davidson, of leather, true leather on a bag, or even old bags like this. Fantastic, Paul. Thank you for showing us a process that every one of us can do, and it didn't look like you used a lot of each one, so these products last a pretty long time. So if you have any questions about your products, of what works and what doesn't work on your materials, give us an email or post it a little bit on YouTube, and we'll try to answer your questions. Paul, thank you for joining us today and showing us how we can use the Harley products that are designed for Harley-Davidson to rejuvenate and bring back what we kind of let go. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.